It's 4 days since the win at Manchester United. What's the mood been like around the club?
Good, as you can imagine, but focused as well, because we know that every single game is a decisive game now, and so we are already looking forward for the next game.
One negative of the night was the injury suffered by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yes, it's a classic hamstring. That means we'll be out for 3 weeks, 4 weeks maximum, and we'll certainly not be available for England as well.
In terms of the rest of the team news, how are Matteo Flamini and Gabriel?
Matteo Flamini is back in the group today and available for selection, and Gabriel should be back on Sunday.
And just very finally for me, it's West Ham tomorrow, a team that have proven a difficult opponent at the Emirates in previous years.
Always, yes, but many times we have managed to win the game. That's what our target is tomorrow again. The points, when you look at the table, every point is important now, and for us, we know that our home form will be decisive as well at the end. So we have 6 home games, and every game is of course vital now.
Arsene, hello. We're into the final push, I suppose, in the Premier League. How much do you relish this particular time of the season and the challenges that it brings?
I like it because it's every game is important, and you feel that it is a period where you need composure, focus, and as well mental strength. And of course, it's always important and interesting to watch your team, your players, how they respond to that.
It's familiar territory for everyone here at Arsenal, the race for the top 4. Does it get any easier because you know what's coming?
No, I must say I believe every year it gets more difficult because you have more teams who can compete for it, and I believe in future years it will be even harder.
You used the word composure just now. Do you feel that the teams that keep their nerve ultimately will probably be the ones that succeed in the race?
It's an important part, yes, to have a good mixture between focus and composure. And that's not easy to find because the tension can be too big, and it's always just important to find that right mixture.
You mentioned Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and you think this injury is going to rule him out of England contention. How frustrating has it been for him this season that he just seems to keep picking up these knocks? When he comes back, looks promising, and gets injured again?
It's very frustrating for him, but he played more games than ever this season. But in the last 2 months, I feel he was a bit in and out, and he has shown again on Monday night what an important player he can be, you know, for Arsenal and for England. And it's a shame that in the final sprint he's not there.
The England squad gets announced in less than a week. Is that going to mean it's going to be too soon for Jack Wilshere, do you feel?
It's coming too soon for Jack Wilshere and for Alex, yes.
Okay. English clubs so far, and I use the word so far, the performances in the Champions League knockout stages, or the results certainly have been disappointing. Do you have any observations on that? And do you think we might be coming under pressure for a winter break? Could that be the difference why other nations are doing better than us?
Look, we speak a long time about the winter break, and maybe, but it would be a bit superficial as well to just go to that cause, because first of all, I believe that Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona are great teams, you know, and no matter, even if you have a winter break, you can be in trouble against these kind of teams, and it's too early to draw conclusions about the Champions League efficiency of the Premiership. What is for sure is the Premiership is a very demanding championship physically, and can have that an impact, maybe, but on the other hand, you could say as well it gets us used to play at the top level, and it can be an advantage. It's too early for me to come to any conclusion.
Okay, just one last one from me. Some reports suggesting Hector Bellerin is about to be offered a new 4-year deal. If that is the case, does that affect the loan deal with Carl Jenkinson and West Ham? Might that be made permanent?
Your first part of the question, I answer yes. And will it impact on Carl Jenkinson at the moment? In my head, no.
Arsene, how long will it be before Jack Wilshere will be back for you?
I don't know, because we have to respect the progression of his training, and it's very difficult to give you a day today. I don't know.
It's a do-or-die game for you next week in the Champions League. I mean, how does that affect your planning for this game, and those players that are playing in it? How is it going to affect them, do you think?
Our target is just to. I agree with you that it's for us a very important game in the Champions League, but tomorrow is as well of the same importance, basically, and that's why I just have to focus on tomorrow.
It doesn't affect your team selection?
No, what can affect my team selection is the players who have played a number of games recently, and to rotate, I always rotate game by game, but never more than 2 or 3.
So you will be rotating again tomorrow?
I haven't decided yet, but certainly will be faithful to what I did until now.
Okay.
Rest 1 or 2 without interrupting the balance of the team.
You've got a fairly good record against West Ham over the last 10 matches. I think you've won all of them. I mean, is that a West Ham side that your players just seem to click against? Do you think?
It's different. I don't look at it like that. I just think we have been consistent against them, especially at the Emirates. We are consistent basically against everybody, but away from home we have been successful against West Ham recently. It's very difficult to know why. In 2 or 3 occasions we have been a bit lucky as well.
Just one final question from me on behalf of the BBC World Service. A Bhutanese Lama who's just about to start his own football team is about to get in contact with you to ask you what is the best age that you need to get the boys together to start a football team, and what general advice would you give to a coach who's starting a new football team?
The best age for me is 5 years old, approximately, to learn the basics of a technique, because between 5 and 12 you have to learn all the basics of the technique. The only advice I can give him is never forget that the best coach is the game. So let them play.
Arsene, you touched on it briefly about Alex. How do you think this is going to affect him mentally? Because he's had a tough time with injuries recently.
How much I don't know, but it's affecting him because he loves to play. He's of course keen to play for England, and I think it's a big blow for him. And but he knows as well that there's a kind of injury where you can recover quickly and come back. But it's not an ideal moment.
And is it the team's job now to sort of rally around him, give him a bit of support?
Yeah, we are doing that quite well, I think.
And just quickly, you and Sam, the top 2 most experienced managers still managing in the Premier League at the moment. A sort of battle of experience.
Yeah, of course. He has done extremely well, as did last in this game for a long time, and has a big experience. And it plays a part in this kind of games.
What at the back there?
Hi, Arsene. Coming from Chile, obviously, to make a special from.
You are not interested in Alexis Sanchez, man?
How you can resume this first year of Alexis in Arsenal?
Look, we are very happy with him, and I have bad news for you. He will not come back to Chile very quickly and very soon. But no, he's a credit for your country, because he shows qualities that I hope you have all in your country: committed, ready for a fight, and huge desire to win. And of course, he's as well an exceptional football player.
Everybody in Chile is happy with Alexis in Arsenal because when he played in Barcelona, he's in the shadow of Messi, and he played different that we know, like very free in the pitch. So what do you expect every day of Alexis?
You know what you want when you manage is that the player develops and expresses his quality, and that he meets his needs in the way you play football and in the way he can achieve his targets. So I believe that he's extremely focused. He's happy to play, and what I expect from him is continue to develop as a player and become even stronger.
Last, Alexis, when came to London, he don't speak English, obviously, so he tried to learn. How he communicate right now with you, with the players?
My little Spanish, and we have a good Spanish clique who is becoming more important, you know. The Spanish language is a very important now in my squad, so to communicate with the other players there's no problem, but sometimes I feel as well it's a little bit a hurdle that is too big to learn English, because he's not in a position where he comes in the morning where he has to speak. And I want him to learn English because it's important as well for his future life that he can speak English, and he tries very hard.
Just
Awesome.
last
Okay.
question.
Oh.
Sorry.
So I think there's just one more. We have to be a little bit quick.
Okay, just last question. Because in Chile, Alexis never in his career scored so many goals. Nobody think that Alexis has scored. So why do you think he changed that and he's a machine?
That is linked with ability, technique, and working training and confidence as well. I believe that maybe with the position as well, because when the right-footed plays on the left, when he comes in, he has a chance to score. When he plays on the right, he's right-footed, he's less in a position where he can score because he has better angles on the left side, and as well maybe because we play a very attacking football, he gets good opportunities as well to score.
Arsene, you mentioned the Spanish clique there. Where can we expect to see the captain, Mikel Arteta, back? Quite a long term.
In fact, he's back in full training today, and I think 3 weeks.
Has there been any movement on his future? Is it right at the end of the season?
Not yet, no.
Contract. Are you in any position to give us any indication of whether you would like him to stay on?
Look, normally, yes, I would like him to stay on, yes. He has a huge experience, is very important in the squad, and yes.
It's just that length of contract sometimes is a bit difficult. With Jack, are you still hopeful that it's a matter of weeks?
Yes,
You said before, so it's
I'm hopeful it's a matter of weeks, yes, now.
I mean, with that, you obviously brought that operation forward from the end. You were going to do it at the end of the season, weren't you? Are you surprised that it's taken this long to get him fit again now?
He had a little inflammation as well of his ankle, so we decided to do it. We had to rest him anyway, so we decided to get this cruise off instead of doing at the end of the season, because at the end of the season as well, with England again, you know, and so we wanted to combine both together.
But the fact that it's taken a bit longer than you originally thought.
It's taken a bit longer, and I don't know really why at the moment.
Have you spoken to Roy Hodgson about Jack and Ox yet?
No, not yet, no.
And finally, Mark.
Arsenal player coming back tomorrow, I know you know very well, the fans will know very well Alex Song. How impressed have you been with him back in England at West Ham this season?
Look, I believe that West Ham had a very strong start of the season, and that he was one of the influential players in there, with the strikers, Sacco, Valencia, and the repositioning of Downing, and I think Song and another player I think has done extremely well, Kouyaté, they were a very good pair in there and have given some technical quality to West Ham side.
I don't think West Ham could believe their luck that they managed to sign someone from Barcelona, but he showed that he's happy at West Ham this year.
Yes, he looks extremely focused and motivated, and you know, we know as well, I brought him here when he was not 17 years old, so I know how good he is.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.